Body camera video tonight from Martin County Sheriff's deputies shows what happened when they stopped a man last year who's now under arrest for the murder of his ex-wife in Lake Worth. Stewart eye doctor Richard Seith, charged with stalking and fatally shooting ex-wife Cynthia Scaroni last week as she returned from her job as a flight attendant. Jay Jarvis joins us now with new developments regarding Seith's interaction with deputies long before that murder. Jay?
Well, Todd, the Martin County Sheriff says last summer they investigated a case of shots fired at a home in Stewart, and the victims and homeowners pointed to Seith as the gunman.
Just the person I was looking for. How you doing, sir? Deputy Sheriff Canoe, Martin County Sheriff's Office. Do you have any weapons or anything in the vehicle?
I have a 9mm in the console.
Sheriff John Budenseek says this interaction with Richard Seith happened in June last year. He says deputies arrived at the home in Stewart where the shots were reported fired and noticed a hole in a sliding glass window. The sheriff says the couple that lives there immediately named Seith as a suspect.
In that case, a little bit of background that was given to the deputy at that time was that Mr. and Mrs. Seith, when they were married, had an ongoing intimate relationship with the couple that lived at this address here in Stewart, which had taken place for a while until that relationship ended, at which point Dr. Seith was kind of alienated from the group of four.
The couple also complained that Seith would frequently drive by the home and was stalking them. The sheriff says Seith then happened to drive by in his orange Jeep while the deputy was still on scene at the home, the deputy conducting a traffic stop.
I need you to be honest with me right now. Have you shot any rounds near that house that you just drove by?
No.
He denied shooting at the house. He did have a handgun on him, which was a 9mm caliber Glock handgun. The deputy recovered that. Took the serial number, looked at the shell casings, but at that time, those shell casings did not match the caliber of round that was shot or believed to have been shot into the house.
But Seith did not deny that he did drive by the home several times a day, saying it was to keep tabs on his then-wife, Cynthia Scaroni Seith.
Okay.
And since my wife and I have fallen out, she sleeps over here. And we're not divorced yet. I have a problem with that.
He went on to explain that it was his understanding that she was living at the address here in Stewart and not the address down in Lake Worth that he was currently paying for. So in his mind, his thought process was to gather his own evidence, to take it to court to prove in his divorce battle that he should not have to pay for her residence down south.
Now, the sheriff says deputies did not have enough evidence or probable cause to arrest Seith and let him go on his way with a suggestion to not drive by the home again. But the deputy did document the encounter. Also, a petition for a restraining order the couple filed a few days later was also denied by a judge for the same reason. In studio, Jay Jarvis, WPBF 25 News.